Hi there, it's Olga. I keep on publishing my holiday paper crafting tutorials, and today it's the time for the project number 20. You can never have enough Christmas tags, and today I'm going to create a set of 3 tags for the naughty. Those also work great as masculine tags, so let's get started. To create the tag shapes, I'll be using the die set by Poppy Stamps called double stitch tags. I'm placing each die over a folded piece of paper, that is Nina Desert Storm, and I'm making sure that the top cutting edge of the die is placed over the fold so that it won't cut through. Then I'm going to send the paper through the die cutting machine, and this is the result that I get. Those tags actually work as mini cards. As focal points, I'll be using my favorite Santa images. They come in 4 sizes now. There's the large, medium, small, and the mini. There's also a matching die for each of the stems. And by the way, all those stems and dies are discounted now, and there's a special offer for them. So if you would like more information on that, please visit my blog. I will leave the link in the description below the video. Now to create the mask, I'm sticking a piece of post-it note onto the non-stick paper. Then I'm going to stamp my image on it and use a matching die to cut it out. And by the way, I didn't even have to stamp it. I could only use the die. So this is the mask, and now let's go ahead and do some stamping. So I have placed my tag into the stamping tool, and now I'm finding the right position of the stamp as well as the sentiment. The sentiments that I'll be using for today's project are by Scrappiness. They all come from the same set, and it's all about being naughty. So now I'm stamping Santa with the black ink. I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black. Then I'm switching to the clear mode, if I can say so, and then I'm going to stamp the sentiment as well using the same ink. Whenever I have to stamp the image 2 or more times, I just go ahead and do it. Then I'm also stamping the rest of the sentiment, so now it reads as "'Tis the season to be naughty." Then I'm using the black permanent pen to kind of suggest the shoulder outline. It's very simple, it's not even a drawing. And now it's time to do some masking. I'm making my own mask out of this scrap piece of paper, and I'm going to mask off his body. And then I'm masking his head using the post-it mask. Then I have decided to mask those stitched lines as well. I'm just using some washi tape. Then I'm positioning the background stamp on top. Those pine trees will do just fine. And then I'm going to stamp this image using Desert Sand Memento ink. This is a very light brown. Now I can remove all the masks and my background is done. Now I'm going to do some coloring using Prismacolor pencils, and I'm starting with the beard. I'm just using the white pencil, and I'm moving from his nose to the edges of the beard and back. To color the nose, I'm using the pink pencil, and I will also go around the edges with a dark red one to do the shading. For the hat, I'm going to create some layers of color, and I'm starting with the yellow one to make the color richer and warmer. I'm being very light-handed because if I press too hard, it will be really difficult to apply more color on top. Then I'm switching to dark red, and I'm actually applying several layers of this color. To do the shading, I'm using the purple pencil. I'm applying purple mainly around the edges. To me, colored pencils are so much easier to blend than the markers. Also, unlike markers, pencils can be used with dark papers and even the black paper. I'm using the same pencils for his body, but I'm going for a much lighter look. As a finishing touch, I'm taking the brown pencil and I'm making some marks all around his beard to create kind of individual hairs. Now I'm moving on to the second tag and I'm going to mask off all the stitched lines around the perimeter using the washi tape. And I'm also creating one strip of it all across the tag. That is to add the sentiment later on. Then I'm going to use the small image and the mini to create the background. I'm stamping a small image first randomly all around the tag a few times, and then I'm filling in the open spaces with the mini stamp. Once I'm done with the stamping, I'm going to use a light brown pencil to color the background between the stamped images. It is better to sharpen your pencil really well and apply the color with the side of the pencil. It's going to be really smooth this way. Then I'm applying another layer of brown and I'm moving in the opposite direction. This way the color blends really smoothly. I'm going to color all center images in a very similar way. I'm using the white for the beard, pink for the nose, red for their heads, and some purple for the shading. Then I am removing all the masks. I have to say that this coloring doesn't take much time at all. This is a very quick project, in fact. There is one more little touch that I would like to add to this tag. I'm just taking a black pen and a ruler and I'm going around the colored areas. I just want to have the black outline around them. All there is left to do now is to stamp a sentiment, and this time I'm going with "What the Elf." And now I'm going to move on to the smallest tag. I have stamped the medium center with the black ink, and now I'm going to mask off this image using the post-it note. Then again I'm using the washi tape to mask off the double stitch pattern around the perimeter, and then I'm going to create the background. This time I'm gonna do the background using the sentiment stamp, and I'll be using Bah Humbug. I'm stamping it repeatedly in lines until I have all the background covered. I'm going to remove the masks and then I'm going to do the coloring. I'm going to color the center image exactly as I did for the first tag. All there is left to do now is to add the twine to hang a tag, and I will do it in a bit unusual way. First, I am punching a hole only at the front of the tag. Then I will punch another hole right at the fold of the tag, above the first hole, and I will do that to all the tags. I'm going to fold a piece of twine in half like that, and then I'm going to feed it through both holes on the tag and tie it up. This way you can hang a tag just as usual, but the twine is not holding the back and front of the card together. You can open and close it very easily. I have also decided to add little bows as decorations, so I have made ones from red and white twine. And now I'm going to attach them using the hot glue. And now my tags are finished. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and come back soon for the project number 21. Have a great week.